Hello all, welcome to the video. In this video we will see how to configure the Selenium Web Driver environment. So we will go through step by step in detail, and once we configure we will write a small code using Selenium Web Driver and Java, and we will try to run it on a Firefox browser. So as a first step we should have the Java installed in your system. So the main parts which need to be available for a Selenium Web Driver environment is have Java JDK installed in your system, and as a second step you need to have Selenium Web Driver jar files which we will associate to the project. And once we have the Java and Selenium Web Driver jars, we need to have an IDE where we can write a Java code along with the Selenium Web Driver code. So these are the three major parts which need to be configured to have the Selenium environment available. And also in this document, in this video I have attached a document where I have mentioned the step by step details for each of the installation. So as a first step in our slide, so let's go download and install Java. So downloading Java, you can go to URL oracle.com, and once you navigate to oracle.com, just click on this downloads, popular downloads and Java for developers. We have all the steps in detail with the navigation in this Word document, so you can also refer to the document while you are installing. So once you navigate here, click on this Java platform JDK icon, which will take you to this download page, and here you need to install the JDK. These are all the JDKs which are available with respect to the platform and operating system. So just select the accept license agreement, and based on your operating system and based on the system configuration you need to download it. My system is Windows 64-bit, so I will be downloading this one. Okay, just click on this and then the JDK will be downloaded in your system. I have already downloaded it, so as not to take much time. So once you are done with the download, what you have to do is install the Java. So I have my download file which is available here, the JDK file. So just click on it and install the JDK in your system. So just accept the conditions and the default settings whichever is given by the JDK software. And after that, once it starts preparing to install, and also as a now that you know it is ready, just click on next, keep the default settings, and this is where the Java SE development kit is getting installed, and this is a 64-bit. So how to verify our system configuration? So just click on this start, go to your my computer, just click on right click on this, click on properties, and this is your system configuration. Okay, so this is a 64-bit. so if it is a 32-bit you need to download 32-bit, and if it is a 64-bit you need to download the 64-bit software download executable file from this particular location. Okay, so meanwhile the Java getting installed, as the second step what we have to do, second step you need to download the Eclipse IDE. Okay, so I have a link for the Eclipse IDE as well, and also yeah, here it is. So just copy this link, come here, paste it, and this is where you will get the Eclipse Luna IDE for 64-bit operating system. So all you have to do is see, it says Eclipse JE Luna SR2 Windows 32 and Windows 64-bit. You can use the same one for 32-bit or 64-bit. Just click on the download and the download will start. And Eclipse also, just to save time, I have already downloaded in my system. So once you are done with those two, once you are done with Java and once you are done with Eclipse, we have download Selenium Web Driver Java client. So all you have to do is just navigate to this seleniumhq.org, and once you navigate to the seleniumhq.org home page, just click on the download link, and once you get into the download link, these are all the WebDriver jars available. As we know, Selenium, we can automate the application using Selenium with Java, Selenium WebDriver with Ruby, Selenium WebDriver with C#, Selenium WebDriver with Python, and also with JavaScript. In our course, we will be seeing Selenium WebDriver configuration with Java as a language. So just click on this download, and the Selenium WebDriver will also be installed in your system. So I have placed all these three folders in this particular location. Okay. Now once I have this Java installed, see, these are the two the zip files. One is for the IDE Luna and one is for the Selenium jar files. I have extracted both of them in the same location. So this is the extracted Selenium jar files, where we have two jar files in the outside, and also we have couple of jar files inside this. We are able to see this icon as a notepad because still we haven't completed with the Java installation. So once you have the Java installation, you will be able to see the icon here. And the second one is Eclipse Luna. I also extracted the Eclipse Luna, and Eclipse Luna, this is not an installation file, this is just an executable file. So what you have to do is, no, it's not like Java or any other software which we will run the executable file and we will install it. But this is, all you have to do is just come to this folder where the Eclipse is installed, and you have to click on the eclipse.exe. Yeah. So now that we have the Java installed in our system, it just takes a couple of seconds to complete it. So when we are given with a new system, for us to configure the Selenium environment, as a first step we are installing Java JDK. We need JDK because we apart from JRE we also need JDK. So what exactly JRE does and JDK does? JRE, it is a Java runtime environment using which you can actually run or use an application which is developed in Java. But what about JDK? Say suppose you want to develop a Java application, you want to write a Java code, then you need to have a JDK. In our course, we will be automating a web application using a Selenium Web Driver with Java code. So for that we need a JDK. Okay. So I'm just clicked on close. So now Java is installed in my system. Okay. And when I go to the C program files, I have Java, I have JDK, and I have JRE, both installed in my system. So once you have Java installed in your system, you need to do the environmental variable setup. So what you have to do is see, let me show you an example. See, once I go into the command prompt, when I say Java C, it says Java is not recognized as an internal or external command. So what is this internal or external command? See, basically when I say cd dot dot, it moves to the previous folder, and when I say d colon, it moves to the D folder, and when I say mkdir or demo1, it creates a folder of demo1. So these are all mkdir, cd dot dot and cls. These are also the commands, but these are the internal commands which are inbuilt with the MS-DOS. That's why it is getting executed in the command prompt. But however, when I say Java C, Java compile, when I am executing it, it says it is not recognized as an internal or external command. So it first checks if it is an internal command, it verified it is not an internal command, and it is verifying the external command, and still it says it is not found. So Java C is an external command, and for the MS-DOS to make the Java C available, we have to configure the environmental variable path. So let's go back to the place where our Java has got installed. See, it is in the C drive, program files, under Java folder. You have something called a JDK here. In the JDK, you have folder called bin. In bin, if you observe here, you have something called as javac.exe. So this is the file this is the command which we are executing here, but it says it is not an internal or external command. So what you have to do is just copy this path where we have the Java C. We are coming into the JDK folder because Java C is available in the JDK folder. If you go into the JRE under bin, you don't have a Java C, right? So as we need Java C command, and as that is in JDK folder, just copy this. And how we need to do the environmental variable, copy the above path, and what you have to do, go to my computer properties, click on advanced settings and click on environmental variables. So I am going to the my computer, right click, just click on the properties, click on the advanced settings, and once you click on the advanced setting, you have something called as environment variables. Just click on this, and after that, after you click on environmental variables, in the system variable, paste the above copied path in the path field and click on OK. So I am going here, just click on this path in under system variables. See, that is what we have mentioned here, right? So in this, after clicking on environmental variables, click on system variables and paste the copied path. Click on this and click on edit and just paste the, click on edit and just paste the path. Okay, now you have configured it. So now when I type Java C, still it says it is not recognized. Why? Because after we configure the environmental variables, we need to close the command prompt and we need to open again to see the changes. So I have just closed it and I am opening the command prompt again, and now when I say Java C, see the files have got executed. So it says now the Java is configured in my system. So now we are done with the first step. Okay, so the Java is installed in our system. We are done with the environmental variables, and we have also downloaded the Selenium jars, right? So these are the jars which has installed. I have kept it in this particular folder where I have all the jar files. And as a third step, download Eclipse IDE. We also downloaded the IDE, and I mentioned here, right? Eclipse IDE is not we need to go to the particular folder and click on that icon. Okay, we need to click on that icon. So all I have to do is just go to that folder, click on the Eclipse, and just click on this Eclipse exe, which will launch the Eclipse Luna IDE. So what is the use of IDE? So using IDE, we will write the code. We will write the Selenium Web Driver code, and we will write the Java code, and we will execute it from the Eclipse IDE. So if you are installing for the first time, and if you're launching the Eclipse IDE for first time, it will take some time because it has to configure itself with the default settings. So first time it takes much time, but later on, whenever you start using it, later on it will automatically, it will be a bit faster when compared to the one which you were using it for the first time. Okay. So once you click on this, and once you have this Luna getting set up, what you have to do in the Eclipse Luna IDE, you will create a project, and in the project you will write the code. You will write the code which will automate the web browser, and you can start launching or you can start using your code to execute it. Okay. And after you launch it, as a fourth step, we have Webdriver to associate to the Eclipse IDE project. So once you create a project in Eclipse IDE, you will associate the WebDrivers which you have downloaded. See, these are the WebDrivers which you have downloaded from the seleniumhq.org website. Those jars, these are the jars. See, these jars you will assign it. Okay. See, these are the jars which you will assign it to the project. So let's go back and see if the Eclipse is already loaded. Yeah, see, it says, it is asking for the first time when you launch it, it says, Eclipse stores your project in a folder called as workspace. Whatever Java code and Selenium WebDriver code you write, that will be saved in a particular workspace. So it is just asking for the path. You can either use the default path, or if you want, you can specify a particular location. Okay, you can specify wherever you want. So all your Java code will be saved in that particular location. So I'm just clicking on OK, and now the Eclipse is getting launched. So it is for the very first time. If you are using an Eclipse, then you have to create a workspace wherein all the code which you write will be saved in that particular folder. So once you have that, once you create the project in the Eclipse IDE, whatever the web drivers which you have downloaded, you have to make it available to the project so that you can use the Selenium Web Driver jars, and using those you can write a code. And after that, as a next step, open a website. You can use the browsers, you can use any of the browsers, but for you to use the browsers, you need to do additional setup. But however, if you are using a Firefox browser, then no need to do any additional configuration, because the drivers comes by default for the Firefox along with the Eclipse IDE and the Selenium Web Driver. So using the Selenium Web Driver, by default jars for the Firefox drivers, jars will be available. So you can go ahead and write the code. Yeah, so this is the default screen which I get when I launch the IDE for the first time. I have the overview, I have the samples, tutorials, and what's new. So just let me close this, and this is the typical view of the Eclipse IDE, where I have the project explorer at the left side, and this is the area where we will write a code. I have an outline and I have a console. So now when we get in, just click on the Eclipse IDE. We have given the workspace, and after that what we have done, we have created a new project. So for that, just click on this file, new, and you have to select a project, right? So for you, just go here, just click on the new project and select the Java, because we are creating a Java project. Click on next and just give the project name. Okay, I say demo 1 and just click on finish. Okay, it asks for a pop-up. It says this kind of project is associated with Java perspective. You can say, you can click on yes. So once you have this project installed and once you create this project, as a second step, what you have to do is create a package name. So in this, just click on right click, new, in the project, create a package. So I am saying some package name. Okay, fill the package details and click on OK. Okay, so what we have created the project, and in the project we have created a package, right? So just give the package name, say my package, and click on finish. So once you have the package created, as a third step, create a class inside the package. Okay, and the class name, preferable class name should be uppercase. If a class name contains more than one word, then first character of the word should be in the uppercase. Say for example, you want to create a class, right click on the package, class name. Say if always the class name should start with a uppercase. Even if you type lowercase, it will not say anything, but it is displaying a warning saying type name is discouraged by convention. Java type name usually start with an uppercase. So you can say login. Say assume you have login and logout. So in that case, what you can do is login and logout are two different words. So every first word you can keep it as a uppercase. Okay, you can type this as a login and logout, and this is the by default method which is available. So you can select this main method and just click on finish. So once you click on finish, by default the Java template will be generated. See, this is the package, my package name, in which the class name is there, and public static void main, the main method is generated. Now also, if you are able to see, we have one folder called as Java JRE library. All these are there, right? So using this you can write the Java code, but say you want to write a Selenium code. Say my task is to launch a Firefox browser. So whatever lines which I am going to write now, we will see in detail in the coming classes, but just as of now, just assume that this is a code to launch Firefox browser and open Google website. Okay, so for that, for me to launch a Firefox browser, I am saying Webdriver, I am creating an object is equal to, I am mentioning Firefox driver. Okay, see, whenever I am doing this, I am getting some error here. See, and when I mouse over on that, it says Webdriver cannot be resolved to a type. It is asking me to fix some projects, and when I say fix projects setup, it is saying no proposal has been found for this, and click here to manually configure the build path. So it is so it is not assigned with the jars. So what you have to do is just right click on the project, go to properties and go to Java build path, go to the libraries, click on add external jars, and go to the folder where we have this Selenium Java jars installed. So in this project I have this in C users documents Selenium config folder. So let me navigate to that particular folder. I have this in users, issue, documents, Selenium config. I have this, right? And click on this, and you need to assign. You have 2 jars outside and couple of other jars in the library folder. So you have to assign all these, and along with that again click on the add external jars and also assign the 2 jars which are available outside as well. Click on this and click on OK. So once you do that, you are able to see something called as reference libraries, which is auto generated, and it has all the jars which are available. Along with 2 Selenium jars, we have a couple of other jars as well. Now when you head over on this WebDriver, it says import WebDriver jar, and we are using the Selenium, right? So you can see openqa.selenium, which we need to import. Whenever you click on import here, the WebDriver jar file will be imported automatically. See, it says import org.openqa.selenium.webdriver. In the similar way, just mouse over on Firefox and click on Firefox. So now using this obj dot, I have a method to launch the URL. So here I say HTTP. So don't worry about the code. In the coming classes, we will see what is WebDriver, what is OBJ, what is new, what is Firefox driver. But as for today's class, we are learning how to configure a Selenium WebDriver with Java, create a project, create a class, and run it. So now when I say this as run on Java application, now that I don't have any errors displayed with respect to the code, whenever I run this saying WebDriver obj is equal to new Firefox driver, then the Firefox browser will be launched automatically and it will enter the google.com. Okay, see, this is what it has opened automatically, and see, you are able to see the size is like this. So this is basically the browser behavior. See, the browser behaves as if if you are opening it completely and you are closing, then whenever you open the Firefox for the next time, then it will open with the same size. But assume I have minimized this, I am using this size, let me reduce some more as well, and I am closing this. So when I keep the Firefox size as this, close, and when I open next time, then it's a browser behavior that it will open at that particular point. So that's the reason it was showing like that. So how to come out of these kind of situations? You have something called as obj.manage. See, no, this is the good part of IDE. You no need to remember any syntaxes or methods. All you have to remember is just remember the method starting name. It will pop up automatically. Manage dot window is the method which I have, in which I have something called as maximize. So now I save this and let me run this one more time, and this time when the Firefox browser is opened, it will maximize the browser window size, and then it will open or launch the google.com website. Okay, see, it has opened and it has launched it. So this is what we have done. So just quickly review what we have done today. We have downloaded Java, we have downloaded the Eclipse IDE where we will write the Selenium WebDriver and Java code, and we have also downloaded the WebDriver jars. We have downloaded WebDriver jars because we need to assign these jars while we are using the Selenium WebDriver code, right? So for that purpose we have downloaded those, and after we create a project we have assigned those jars. So what is the process? Right click on the project, go to properties, click on Java build path, click on libraries, click on add external jars, and go to the folder where the Selenium WebDriver jars are installed. Assign whatever is there in the lib folder, assign whatever is there in the Selenium WebDriver folder, click on OK and click OK. Then reference libraries will be generated. So once you have that, you can go ahead and write the Java code. So this is what we have learned today. So in the upcoming videos, we will also see more about the Selenium WebDriver and Java code. Thank you.